Alright, so married company CEO and HR chief face affair accusation after cuddle at concert. So basically, nowhere is private nowadays. Once you're in public, nowhere is private because social media is taking over the whole place. And this video has been going on.
Well, Tide has entered the chat to let us know that even they can't clean this one up, but buckle up because it's about to get messier. The CEO just dropped his statement and we have to get into this. Here's Andy's statement, the guy who dropped to his knees in shame. Of course, he's making himself the victim. He starts off by saying that he wants to acknowledge the moment that's been circulating online and the disappointment it's caused. What was supposed to be a fun night of music and joy turned into a deeply personal mistake playing out on a very public stage. He wants to sincerely apologize to his wife, his family, and the team at Astronomer. You deserve better from me as a partner, a father, and as a leader. He goes on to say that this is not who he wants to be or how he wants to represent the company that he helped build. He's taking time to reflect, taking accountability, and figure out the next steps. Personally and professionally, I ask for privacy as I navigate that process. Now, here's where he really makes himself the victim. He wants to express how troubling it is that what should have been a private moment that was in a very public place became public without his consent. Oh no. He says that he respects artists and entertainers, but he hopes that we can all think more deeply about the impact of turning someone else's life into a spectacle, as if he didn't do this to himself. That drop to his knees in shame. I mean, if he could have just played it cool, none of this probably would have happened, although it absolutely deserved to happen. And I almost forgot this last little part. He goes into quoting Coldplay, who outed him. It was the Coldplay singer Chris Martin who said they're either having an affair or really shy. He goes on to quote them by saying, "Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you." I'm not sure if he's talking about himself, his wife, or his mistress. This is his beautiful wife. May she get every penny that he helped make that billion-dollar company, and she has already dropped his last name off of her Facebook. She's gone back to her maiden name, and again, we wish the best for her because this is awful. And as for Kristen, head of HR at this company, what a mess. She also has a husband. People have been wondering. Yes, she has a husband who I think is an executive in sportswear or something like that. And these are some interesting quotes from Kristen. She says that she so appreciates that he can see her role as something different. She likes to classify her HR role as in the realm of people strategy, because to her, magic happens when you align people's strategy to the business and strategy sink into two. She also goes on to say that there are plenty of companies out there where a strong CEO and leadership team just doesn't see the value that a strong people leader can bring to the company. Good thing he could see her strong value to the company. And as for embarrassed woman, who she brought into this by nudging her and being like, "Nudge, nudge, can you believe we're getting caught right now about the affair that we all know about?" It is obvious that this has been going on and that she was aware and that she's part of the company. So she's actually the senior director of people at this company. She joined the company in January of 2025, and her background includes several human resource leadership roles, which is interesting because when you look into this, they actually worked at a company together before this, and then she brought her good old buddy Alyssa over to get into her shenanigans at Astronomer. And things must have been getting real hot and heavy with them because last week, Kristen reportedly promoted embarrassed girl Alyssa to be vice president of people. So this girl is directly reporting to the head of HR, who is having an affair with the CEO of the company. Literally, what a mess. I mean, again, head of HR, CEO of the company, other people in the HR department are very much involved in all of this. They're all out in public together doing this publicly. He's crying about how it was a private moment. And ultimately, I am never, ever going to forget that look on his face. They're just so happy. We're in love. We're so happy to be cheated.
Every social media platform. So by now, if the CEO has a baby mother, has a wife, a girlfriend, then fine, why not? And it must have a good explanation of to what's going on. Alright, so pressure is mounting for tech firm Ashtomer to comment after his CEO and the head of human resource were seemingly caught having an affair at a recent Coldplay concert at Boston Celtic Stadium. So according to international media, Coldplay singer Chris Martin was scanning the audience with the band's kiss cam, and it landed on the pair Andy Bryon, CEO of 1.3 billion tech firm, and his HR chief, Christine Cabot, who were hugging and swaying to the music. So, upon being spotted, they immediately split apart, with Cabot turning her back to the camera and covering her face while Bryon went down on his knees to crouch out of the frame. "Oh, look at these two," Martin said to "Oh, look at these two," Martin said from the crowd before the couple rapidly ducked, promoting him to follow with and what. So either they're having an affair or they're just very shy. So the moment was captured by others in the audience, and internet sleds reportedly unmasked the two. So Byron, who is married, and Cambat, who is linked the profile display a wedding ring, have not commented since the video went viral, according to reports. So Byron, who is married, and Cambiat, whose linked profile display a wedding ring, comment have not commented since the video went viral. Alright, so as I said before, nowhere is safe, and you basically cannot have no privacy once you're out in public. The social media will definitely ruin your life, or probably you ruin your life yourself because you're married and you're out with another woman. Anyways, Campbell reportedly took the job as chief people officer at the company 8 months ago, according to astronomer linked profile. So it has been further reported that Byron's wife's social media page was inundated with messages of support after she updated her Facebook profile to remove his last name before actually deactivating her entire account. So the two share two children, Byron Pre, and on Byron's social media page, he has basically deactivated the comment section. So reports point to hundreds of thousands of comments on the issue, with some blaming the singer for outing them on the spot, while others held the two co-workers accountable for the cozy public display. Alright, so most people are blame Coldplay for showing them on the kiss cam, but they can't blame him. It's a kiss cam. Them always gotta look for somebody to show on the kiss cam. You get me? I say it's just wrong place at the wrong time. That's just it. I honestly don't think nobody can be blamed for this. Wrong place at the wrong time.
If these two people didn't react, none of this would have happened. If they had just like seen themselves on the kiss cam and went like, "Oh, how cute, oh, kiss, kiss, haha, haha, haha," and then done like a little dance, like maybe did like the Ashley Simpson hoedown from SNL and like danced it out and just kind of rolled with it, none of this would have happened. They reacted as if like they were Meryl and Marty caught on a jumbotron a year ago. Like that's what they acted like. They were Travis and Taylor, and like, "Oh no, everyone's gonna see us." And nobody knew who they were 5 minutes ago. It's like an astrology company or astronomer company. I saw CEO of Astronomer, and I was like, is this guy like the one who runs all of astronomy? I mean, what is that job besides the fact that I don't think that any of them have it anymore, that the business probably won't exist. Let this be a piece of advice. If you're ever met with something in life that feels like, like a real big like pivot, a real big obstacle in your life, you just got to learn how to yes and it. You just got to roll with the punches and just go with it, have fun with it, and move on.